Hi everybody, my name's Allison. Welcome to my channel, Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. Today I'm going to do a general reading for the sign of Cancer. I'm going to go ahead and pull your overall energy, look at any guidance and advice from Spirit, and also look at any opportunities or challenges that you have coming in and how you can use that to your advantage. All right, here we go. Oh my God, Cancer! 10 of Pentacles. What is going on with you? The Magician and the Four of Wands. I say that because you have been on fire for over a year. If you go back and look at all of my Cancer videos, it is amazing. Oh my God, let me get the rest of the cards. Queen of Swords, the Chariot. You've shown up in your own reading in a position of strength and power. It's called the Fairy Wind in this deck, but this is the Chariot. Oh my God. With the Justice card, your opportunity is the Six of Wands. Your challenge is the Judgment card. Oh my God. This is going to be good. Wow. Okay. So let's take a look around the room. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. So half the cards of the anchor cards are major arcana. In your present energy, we have the Magician, and then in the guidance and advice from Spirit, we have the Chariot and the Justice card. Your challenge is the Judgment card. All right, so that's the major arcana, that big sweeping energy that takes place over months and years. Then we have the minor arcana, which are going to be your day-to-day activities and routines. So for the minor arcana, we have spells, which is going to be wands. We have pentacles, we have swords, and we're missing cups. So cups, that's your water sign. So cups, love, your emotions, your intuition, your connection to source. So let's go ahead and take a look at your overall energy, and I'll get clarifiers as we go. All right, so we have the very first card that was pulled, the 10 of Pentacles. Amazing. First card. This is your recent past. Your present energy is the Magician. Your near future is the Four of Wands. This is known as the 1111 card in the traditional deck. All right, so when we're looking at this energy, your recent past, this is you keeping your eye on the prize. There's really something that you're going after, and you've been going after this for a year at least. Now, that's the years when really everything's been accelerating, but you're probably going for it way before that, because this is what everybody's goal is in life. That's why we're here. What is your eye on the prize? Well, this is friends, family, pets under the table, having enlightenment. And then it's everything else in the 3D, because this is Pentacles. You're looking at your home, your money. You're looking at, location, traveling, taking vacations. You're looking at your finances. You're looking at your health. All your relationships, friends, family, co-workers, strangers, interaction, having children, right? All of that is right here. That's your recent past. Your present energy, it's phenomenal, is the Magician. So the major arcana starts with the Fool, the Zero, and then the next card is the Magician. This is you really in charge of everything, all your attributes and your strengths, and you're trying to create the life that it is that you want. Remember, you're keeping your eye on the prize, and you're just not sitting there. You're working at it. You're creating, you're manifesting. You're throwing energy out into the universe. This is your will, your determination, and your focus. Look how focused he is. He is creating that prize. Your eye on the prize, it's right there. You're manifesting it into this earthly realm. Then we have the Four of Wands. This is really that card of celebration. It's the card of celebrating milestones. So marriages, graduations, having a child. We have that gateway that's open. You're walking through it to celebrate on the other side. This is the card of freedom in marriage. So this is one of those moments where as you're going towards your eye on the prize, you're having a lot to celebrate, which means you have a lot of wins coming, right? Why are you celebrating? That means a lot of positive things are coming in and you're celebrating, and it's liberating because it's also the card of freedom. All right, let's go ahead and get clarifiers. I would love to know what everybody's... Oh my God, look, I split the deck. The Ace of Pentacles and then the Eight of Wands. Okay, I'm just saying that's an ace. And it's in the Pentacles with that 10 of Pentacles. Oh my God, okay, but I'm shuffling. Okay, that's just when I cut the deck. So let's see what the universe wants to say for clarifiers. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Tower. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Judgment card, which is now here twice. It's also in your challenge position. Whoa. 10 of Pentacles. Do you know what the chances are of that? There's 78 cards in the deck, and you just got it twice. It's in your recent past and your near future. That's that continuation of energy of you keeping your eye on the prize. Oh my God. Along with the Three of Swords. Wow. Cancer, it's never a dull moment with Cancer. 10 of Pentacles, and I'm just going to show you side by side. Same card, different deck. This is the traditional card. Wow. 10 of Pentacles, recent past, being clarified by 5 of Swords and the Tower. This is you having some obstacles that come in, and it's swords. So we're looking at thoughts, words, and ideas. So these obstacles that are coming in could be memories that are coming up. It could be words that were said by people around you currently or from the past, and it's a memory coming in. It could be a childhood trauma coming in that is partly a blockage for you to get to your eye on the prize. Or as you're focused on what that prize is, maybe some memories are coming up. Or if you're in a relationship and maybe you have one goal and they have another, and you're not quite on the same page on something, this could be an argument that's going on and there's an obstacle that's being created. We have a Tower moment. This is a lot of things that are being released, things that aren't serving you, and a lot of revelations coming in. Because when something's not working out, that is a revelation. It's an eye-opener. Maybe you thought everything was hunky-dory, and then as you're getting further and further into something, you find out that it's not. That's a revelation, and so you release. See, the Tower, every card has light and shadow. The Tower doesn't have to be bad or a big disaster. I welcome the Tower no matter what, because if something's not working, I want it gone. So this is one of those moments where it's a Tower moment, good or bad. You're going to release what's not serving you, and hopefully you're releasing that blockage, whatever that is, that obstacle. I think obstacle is a better word than blockage. Because I don't think that the blockage is, I think obstacle is the better word. Let's go with that. So we have the Magician and your present energy being clarified by the Seven of Pentacles and the Judgment card. This is you having that moment of evaluation. You are so focused in the present on what it is that you're trying to manifest into this reality. And it could be a number of things at the same time. You're looking at all your time, effort, energy, and work that you've put into something, and you're asking yourself, are you getting the results that you desire? You've got your focus on the eye on the prize, and here it is. Are you going in the right direction, or do you need to make some adjustments? You need to tweak a few things because you are so focused. If you're at a crossroads, this is just you checking in. Is this working? Yes or no? Is this working? Yes or no? If it's a yes, you're keeping it. If it's a no, you're kind of leaving it, which is easy for you to do right now. You're leaving that, and you're going in a different direction. This is you having some big wake-up calls. This is also about revelations. Both of these cards are major cards, and they both talk about revelations. This is you having a wake-up call from your higher self. You're being called out of your old life in the coffin into your new life. This is allowing you to have a compassionate review of your past. You want to get that knowledge and wisdom and those life lessons and take them with you to the next chapter. This is the 20 in the Major Arcana. You're going to cycle around through the world and back to the Fool and start the next chapter of your life. You're gathering that information right now. That's going to help you. And that is a revelation. These are epiphanies coming in. If you don't learn those life lessons, you're going to end up repeating them again until you do. That's what life is. That's what happens to all of us. Then we get into your near future, and we've got this Four of Wands. Again, this is that card of celebration. It's a high-vibing card, and that's being clarified by the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. Again, this is that tree of life. This is friends, family, pets, everything in the 3D when we say keep your eye on the prize of what it is you want in this life. This could, if you're single and you want to get married, it's part of this card. right? If you are looking for to add to your tribe, it's right here. Investments, everything in the 3D is right here. And that's part of your future. It's a continuation throughout this whole thing. Then we have the Three of Swords. This is the card of loss. So the thing with this card is that it's swords, it's not cups. So swords, again, are thoughts, words, and ideas. This is a card of healing from a loss. So it could be the loss of a loved one, the loss of a dream. Maybe your eye on your prize changed and you have to release something that didn't work out because you're going in a different direction. And that's okay. But heal from it. Don't let it hold you back. Don't let it be an obstacle, right? Just release it. Hey, life lesson, move on. So it's one of those energies. This could be from a relationship, from a job, career, or dream. This could be a lot of different things, but you're able to heal your heart. You pull that sword out, heal that wound, and go on to the next one. You have a wonderful opportunity for healing, and that's around celebration, keeping your eye on the prize, and healing. And I think because you're having a lot of wins coming in, maybe that helps facilitate some healing because you're riding high, and that's easier to heal than when you're feeling low. That is your current energy, Cancer. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the guidance and advice from Spirit. 3 cards, and I'll get clarifiers. Queen of Swords, the Chariot, and the Justice card. So this is the Queen of Evaluation. You're doing a lot of thinking right now, a lot of evaluation. Remember, this card is also talking about evaluation, and this is you getting, knowledge and wisdom. So it's evaluation in its own right. It's a compassionate review, right? Well, this is the Queen of Evaluation. She has the ability for emotion. Of course, all queens have everything, but her focus is going to be on logic and analysis and looking for truth and clarity. And you might even have to put up a protective boundary against you and other people, or in between you and other people. And that's going to allow you to really see things clearly. You're not going to have any interference. She is looking towards her future, which is your future. She's looking very clearly, very logically. So whatever her life experience has been, Spirit is saying, look very clearly. Get your head above the clouds, away from any fog. If you have no clarity right now, wait for clarity. Because you want to make a smart, important decision. You want that clarity to come in because you'll have these epiphanies and aha moments. This is telling me also that it's allowing you to stand in your truth. She's seen that. She's serious. I love this queen. She's a serious queen. She's really looking for that logical analysis of everything because at the end of the day, she wants facts. She wants the truth. And she's not going to settle. So that's something that's part of your energy, or the guidance and advice from Spirit, but I feel that it's part of your energy because we had that 5 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. So I feel that it's really tied into what it is that you're doing. You are looking for clarity. The Chariot. You've shown up in your own reading in a position of strength and power in the guidance and advice from Spirit. This is really talking about you getting that intuitive hit on what it is that you need to do, what direction to go in, to choose what it is that you want to do. So for example, let's say you're looking for your soulmate. This is you trusting your intuition when that person shows up, or maybe to go to an area where you think you might meet them. Or maybe just not even being aware that you're even looking, and then suddenly somebody shows up and you trust that intuitive hit. Same thing for career, investments. This is you trusting your judgment for victory and success. This is you winning, 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 winning. You're keeping your eye on the prize. It's amazing how this is set up. Sorry, my alarm's going off. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I film on my phone. I can't have my alarm going off and I'm trying to film for you guys. So it's really that victory and success that's coming in for you. And it's phenomenal. It's almost like every card just has everything lining up for you. Of course, it's that magician energy and your present energy, your will, your determination, and your focus. It's not sitting passively by, but everything seems to be lining up for you. The next card is going to be the Justice card. This is Libra energy. This is that beautiful moment of you standing in your truth. To me, this is all about you being fair, standing in your integrity, knowing right from wrong, and acting just and accordingly. This is you, if you have a legal matter, this is you, really being just and fair and looking at everything and possibly winning the case. For me, this is you standing in your truth, and he's also a protector. This type of justice is about really protecting the innocent in this deck, which is why he is holding, or his hand is on the deer and then the foe, the baby. So this is really talking about protecting the innocent. So this is going to be one of those moments where you're looking at small children that maybe don't have a voice for themselves, people that are mentally handicapped. You're looking at animals because they can't speak English and tell you what's wrong. So you're kind of, going with that. And then also seniors, maybe at a care facility, that they don't have a voice for themselves. And I'm telling you, when this card shows itself, that tells me that, if you have a situation like that, you need to show up unannounced. I never say this to scare anybody, but that is part of what this card is to be a protector. Just do a check-in. If your kid's at a daycare facility, show up at random times here and there, not the same time, same day, and just make sure everything is above board. Same thing at a senior care facility, especially with seniors, because if they are suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia, some of these facilities over-medicate so that it makes it easier to control the patient. Do a check-in, make sure your loved one is getting the necessary care that they need, that their diapers are being changed. And that is a reality. You need to go and do these things. And again, it needs to be unannounced and you just show up. And that can keep them on their toes a little bit if it's not the best facility, because they don't know when you're going to show up, and now they know somebody cares. So it's really putting yourself out there. Same for pets. Do a check-in on your pets, maybe the neighbor, what's going on, right? That's kind of what comes up with this card. Legal matter. And maybe you're law enforcement, and that's going to represent you. Maybe you're an attorney. Maybe you're a judge. Those are these things that are represented by that card, right? Maybe you're looking at both sides and you're making a smart, rational, educated decision following the letter of the law, leaving politics or biases aside as much as possible and sticking to the law itself. All right, so let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. Just need a little space here on the table. All right, here we go. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups. Now you've got the Ten of Pentacles twice and the Ten of Cups. Wow. Okay. Along with the Temperance card. And we have the King of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Swords, who's here twice. Interesting. First card in your guidance and advice from Spirit, and the last card that's pulled as a clarifier, the Queen of Swords. That's interesting. I love it when that happens. It's been happening quite frequently recently on different signs. So same card, different deck. Interesting. This is obviously the traditional one. So let's go ahead and get going. Queen of Swords being clarified by the Five of Cups and the Seven of Wands. So this is really saying you're getting a lot of clarity on something that really hurt you. And this is allowing you to really figure out what it is that you want to do and to figure out how you're going to handle your emotions. So for me, this is a card of loss and bereavement. Maybe this was the death of a loved one or a pet. Maybe this was the death of a dream or a breakup or a career that didn't work out, or something happened that really hurt you dearly, because he is mourning the loss of these three spilled cups. He's got his black cloak of mourning on. He knows, though, that this is going to be a process. You don't stay there. This is about going through that grieving process, and everybody's different, and then turning around, dropping this black cloak, seeing that you have two cups standing, and start building your cups up again. This is the 5. 3 are spilt. He has 2. Then you go to the 3, the 4. You push through the 5, which is what this is, and you go on. And this is part of life, that cycle of life. It's an energy that's being associated with this Queen of Swords, which means you're looking at something that has caused you some pain. You're standing your ground. What if it's the loss of a loved one, and now you're defending what it is that you want to do in this life, and maybe people around you are not supporting you, and they don't even understand the direction that you want to go in for whatever reason. this is you kind of defending your position. And it doesn't have to be the loss of a loved one. Obviously, that's just an example. It can be the loss of anything that you love. And now you are defending what it is that you want to do in this life. You've spent a lot of time thinking about it, getting clarity, and she looks to the future. So it's kind of like you're leaving this in the past, you're going forward into the future. You've figured out what it is that you want to do, and you're using your will and your determination to go forward. Then we have the Chariot, victory and success, and you, that you've shown up in your own reading in a position of strength and power, which makes this reading even stronger than it already is. And that's being clarified by the Ten of Cups and the Temperance card. Happy, joyful family. This is you having it all. Keeping your eye on the prize. I'm going to actually title this video that at this stage because this is incredible. You are being clarified by your Ten of Cups. You are water energy. Cups is your suit. This is you having your total emotional fulfillment, your total emotional joy. What is your joy in this world? This is happy, joyful family. They have this joy up here. They're going to reach up into the ether and pull it down into the 3D earth and bring your joy into earth so you actually experience it. You're not just dreaming about it. This is incredible. This is your victory and success, is that emotional joy and having patience. Maybe it's going to take a while for you to get your prize and for you to make it happen, but you're working on it. You're alchemizing negatives into positives. You're raising your vibration. You're on your road to glory. You're bringing something special in. You're alchemizing anything that I think might try and pull you away from it. You're not letting it happen. You're so on point, Cancer. Then we get to this Justice card. And again, you're really standing in your truth. You know what it is that you want, and you're also willing to fight for it. Don't forget that. You're willing to fight for it. It's being clarified by the Queen of Swords again and the King of Cups. This is your king again, the most intuitive of all the kings, and he's explored his emotions to a very deep level. You have some deep emotional cards here. Okay, you have this, and up above in your near future, you have healing going on. You have a lot going on for you on both scales, overcoming sadness and then going for intense joy, you know, and that is life, right? We have these ups and downs. We have a broad oh my God, I can't talk when I'm chilling. We have a broad spectrum of emotions. We are multifaceted, and that is what is coming in. So again, the Justice card is being clarified by your king, and he's able to look out over the realm with this love and this intuition and be able to make smart, educated decisions. That tells me that you're making some choices right now. And again, both of these, the Queen, also the Queen of Evaluation, her head is above the clouds and she's looking towards your future, and it's going to be transformational. Everything that's coming in is Sword of Truth. Traditionally, the Justice card is holding a Sword of Truth also. So a lot of truth, a lot of clarity coming in right now. This is really a big movement for you. And I just want to say, I think that for a lot of you, you're getting a bird's eye view because you're able to get that clarity. And that is key and invaluable. The Queen of Swords is here twice. Spirit is saying, if you did not hear me the first time, I want to make sure you hear me now. Clarity is key, and taking the sword and cutting away anything that's not serving you. The Tower and that Seven of Pentacles is here. If something is not working out, don't be stubborn and hold on to it. If something is not working, release it. That's going to create space for something bigger, better, and more beautiful to come in. And when you do that, you're allowing that type of momentum to go forward, because remember, it's victory and success coming in, and this is a fast-moving card. So cut things that are holding you back or tying you down that are not working. Don't be a martyr and hold on to them. Release that and move forward. And if it's a person, you're releasing not only to create space for yourself, but you're releasing them so that they can move forward in their life, right? So everybody is on their own path. All right, that's the guidance and advice from Spirit. Now we're going to look at your opportunity and your challenge. Your opportunity is the Six of Wands. This is victory and success after a struggle. Wow. I don't see much of a struggle here, but whatever it is, then maybe it's a struggle coming over off the grieving. Maybe it's a struggle with something that happened here with the 5, because 5s are difficult energy, and this is a 6. But there's the 5 of Wands is not here. This is the 6 of Wands. So this, again, victory and success after a struggle. I'll get clarifiers in a minute. Your challenge is the Judgment card, which is here twice. Another duplicate. Same card, different deck. This is the traditional card. It's the 20 in the Major Arcana. It's in the challenge position. So that means this is tied to your present energy, because that's where that card is. So this is telling me that it's a challenge for you to have a compassionate review of your past. It's a challenge for you to get revelations. It's a challenge for you to listen to your higher self and be called out of your old life into your new life. So let's get clarifiers and find out why. Is there a blockage? Are you focused in a different direction? Because there's a lot going on here. Let's see what's going on. All right. We have the World card. We have the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Queen of Cups and the Lovers card. Okay. So we're looking at your opportunity. Again, victory and success after a struggle. And that's being clarified by the World card and the King of Pentacles. This is phenomenal. Victory and success after a struggle. You're walking through the next chapter of your life. This is the last card of the Major Arcana. By the way, the Judgment card is right before it. See the 20? This is the 21. And this card is here twice. You really want to gain, and that's tied to that challenge position. This is all tied together, okay? You really want that information before you go into this next chapter. And I'll stress that when we get to it. But that is really tied to this card. You need that knowledge and wisdom and those life lessons. You really need that clarity right now to look at your life in review, because you're walking through this next portal. This is the card when the door behind you closes to your last chapter and the new door opens for your new chapter that you circle back with to the Fool, and that begins the new chapter. You want that knowledge and wisdom to come with you. Your victory and success, you want to take that with you. Learn that life lesson. We learn from our losses and our wins. So definitely take a look at all of that. The King of Pentacles, wow. This king plans and prepares for the future. This king is grounded, stable, secure, knows his worth and value, and has worked incredibly hard to get to this position. This is someone that has a lot of resources. That's telling me with your victory and success, you're going into this next chapter of your life. You're going in winning in the 3D. So this is friends, family, pets, this is career, retirement. This is going to be all your relationships. You're looking at education, finances, health, travel, location, relocation, housing, all of that, and so much more. Those are just examples of the 3D. That is your opportunity. Your challenge is the Judgment card. Again, it's here twice. So is your challenge impossible? No, your challenge just means you have to work a little harder at it to achieve it. And when you do, it's incredibly rewarding. It's a challenge for you to get that knowledge, wisdom, and life lessons and those revelations coming in. And that is because you're focused on maybe something that you truly love. And that it's not necessarily that it's getting in the way, but you're focused on following your heart. Maybe it's for a relationship. Maybe it's getting the job of your dreams. You're focused on something that is related to your eye on the prize, but it's not allowing you to get the knowledge and wisdom right now. So you want to kind of leave emotion aside. This is choices from the heart, and this is pure heart energy. That's the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Love. This is your queen, but when you're getting that knowledge and wisdom, you kind of want to do it from the Queen of Swords or King of Swords perspective. You want to leave emotion at the door and look at it with logic and analysis and use your rational thought, because you don't want emotion to override it. You want to really pull back and see the reality of the situation and not be steered by emotion. This is why you're having a hard time. You're making choices from the heart, and you're following your heart. Well, that's good in a lot of ways, but when you're looking for clarity, you want to use your rational mind. So just keep that in mind. When this comes up, it's beautiful, but it might not give you the clarity that you're looking for to gain knowledge and wisdom. So you might not be taking the knowledge and wisdom with you to the next chapter, so you might be repeating a life lesson. That's your opportunity. That's your challenge. It's there for everybody, but not everybody grabs it, yet it is available. All right, Cancer, that's what I have for you for today. As always, if you could, please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment, and let me know if this resonates with you. And definitely let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to be traveling. I'm super excited. Ohio, I'll be there in the late spring. I've been told that it's muddy to not go there in the early spring, which was the plan. So now I'm going to have to rearrange some things, and that's okay. I can't wait to go. I'm really excited. And I've already read for a bazillion people in Ohio, which is amazing. It's really amazing. I think it's so cool, but I'm also going to go there in person. I want to check it out. So that is coming. And again, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description below, and it'll take you to my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. There, go to Autumn Sale. That's the sale that's going on right now. And also I have a Halloween special. If you'd like to book a Halloween session, it's priced differently because it's that one day. It's this Friday. If that's something you're interested in, definitely go ahead and book. All right, everybody. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.